Hi guys, welcome back. If this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, hello and welcome and thank you. My name is Lorrien, and for today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this look here using the e.l.f. Cookies and Dream eyeshadow palette and the No Budge Eyeshadow Pen. I don't know if they call it pen, I've just been calling it a pen because obviously it looks like a pen. But yeah, I'm going to show you how I created this look. It was really fun. I'm loving all the colors. I was a little iffy about it at first. Like, obviously this collection came out back in I think January. It's like almost March now, but I think it will be March by the time you guys see this video. But I kind of went back and forth because the blues threw me off. I mean, I guess it's like Oreos if that's what they're going for, so I get it. But blue eyeshadow just gives me 7th grade middle school PTSD when all I wore was blue eyeshadow and I thought I was the it girl. So the blues kind of like threw me off, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna throw a little modern spin to it and see what I can do with these blues. So this is what I ended up doing, and I hope you guys like this video enough to keep watching. But before we get into it, you know what I'm gonna ask. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you are not already subscribed to my channel. Turn your post notifications on so you don't miss out on any future videos from me. Grab a drink because why not? Maybe cookies and milk, I don't know. But yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so as always, I'm going to be starting out with my brows. And before I fill in my brows, you guys know I like to prime. And for those of you that haven't watched any of my previous videos, I love the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I've been using this stuff for years and it works amazing, especially if you have oilier skin like I do. My eyelids tend to get a little bit oilier, so this stuff works amazing. And then I just like to use a concealer brush to apply it instead of my hands, just to avoid any other oil from getting back onto my skin. And then I just kind of run the brush along my brows. I don't want to add too much primer in there and kind of cake them up, but I do like to just run the brush over, get a little bit of that primer so that they last longer. Now I'm just going to be filling in my brows using the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen in the shade Espresso. Okay, now I've mentioned this before, I'm never really neat with this pen when I use it. I just kind of like to be random with the strokes, but I always go in and clean it up. So once I clean it up, it ends up looking so good. Okay, see how they're nice and crazy looking? Well, now I'm just going to go ahead and clean them up. And for that, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Sand. Okay, brows are filled in, eyelids are concealed. Now usually what I would do is go in and set this concealer with some setting powder, but I really want to just use this palette and we're gonna put it to the test. We're gonna see if just setting that concealer with that shadow there will avoid creasing. Like, it's already creasing. That's how oily my skin is. So this palette is very different, and what I noticed is they don't have names. So these shades don't have names. I should name them myself. I should give them names myself. But starting off, I'm gonna set that concealer using that white shade there. So just taking this fluffy brush and I'm just going to pat first and then kind of blend. So same thing on my other eye. I'm just patting it on first and then I will go in and kind of blend. But I've noticed that with all my makeup, whatever I'm applying, if I pat it first, it tends to work a little bit better with having oilier skin. So it's interesting because I feel like now that I'm applying it, it could be the concealer too counteracting with it, but it's kind of giving like a light blue hue. I don't know if you guys are picking that up, but like I said, it could be the concealer. And I think what's going on is, so I have a window in front of me and I have all my makeup here on my table, and I think the sunlight is messing with the consistency, the shade of my makeup, because that light sand concealer used to be like light sand and now it's kind of orangey. So I feel like the sun is definitely messing with my makeup. I've started to keep the blinds closed when I'm not in here, so maybe that'll help. Next, for my transition shade, I'm gonna take this like nude sandy color here and just apply it right above my crease. I have to say the pigment with this palette is actually quite impressive. e.l.f. has really stepped their game up. I remember years and years ago when I bought it, I was just like, yeah. But now I feel like for what you pay, it's such good quality. Okay, e.l.f. Okay, so the transition shade is on, and next I'm gonna go in with this like chocolate brown shade here and just add that to my outer V and start to build up to add some definition to these large eyeballs of mine. Again, really impressed with the pigment. I'm just kind of lightly dabbing to see, and that little light like dab is really picking up a lot of color and depositing. Sometimes like you'll be able to pick up color, but then when you go to apply it, you're like, why isn't it applying? But it's really applying well for $9. So I like to work on both eyes at the same time if I can, because mom brain and everything else going on, I can't remember if I complete one eye, I will never remember what I did. So I like to work on both eyes at the same time. And then start to kind of work out. Anybody else do this like stuttering motion with their hand? Or is it just me? Okay, I think I have a good amount applied on. Now I'm gonna go in and blend. Don't know which brush I want to use to blend. I feel like I'm gonna start with, this one's been my favorite lately. This is the Morphe R38. So just lightly blending. Okay, so I'm going to be switching brushes, and I'm going to be using the Morphe 332 blending brush, and I'm just going to add a little bit more of that brown, that chocolatey brown shade. Now taking this Jaclyn Hill blending brush. This is the JH30. Just using that to blend. I didn't apply any product, just blending. I don't like that brush. I'm going back to my other one. Now I'm just dragging that chocolatey brown shade out. Next we're going to be taking the Budge Eyeshadow Pen, and this is in the shade Sweet Cream. And I've never used one of these before, but I'm interested in seeing how, can never open these, how it works. It says to twist, and oh, it comes with a sharpener. What? I had no idea. That just seriously took me like 5 minutes to open. I mean, it doesn't help that I've been putting lotion on my hands all day, but anyways, so I'm just gonna kind of apply it like, let's say you were doing a cut crease. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do with this, and I'm just being really light with it because, like I said, I've never used it before and I don't know how it's going to look, but I'm obsessed that it comes with a little sharpener. So now let me just kind of blend this a little. I feel like it's kind of zigzaggy. Okay, now I want to go in with that light baby blue shade up there. Again, pigment is crazy intense. So start here. I need to see a little closer what this blue is looking like. It looks crazy right now. Like, I'm not a fan of it, but I feel like it's gonna all come together better. Okay, let me go ahead and do the other eye. So I have that blue shade on my eyelids. Next, what I want to do is I'm gonna go back in with this little pen. I keep calling it a pen. It's, I don't know what, it's a pen to me. And we're gonna add a little bit more like where the blue meets that brown. I want to take this shade here, which is like kind of like a shimmery blue, and we're gonna apply that over that Budge Eyeshadow Pen. I don't know, I'm using this brush, this like synthetic brush, and I don't know, it's not really, oh maybe it wasn't at first picking up, I feel like. So I want to apply that kind of to the center and slowly kind of work my way in, but not all the way in. That makes sense. We're gonna stop kind of like halfway. That is actually kind of pretty. I say kind of. It is. It's just different for me. You gotta be bold and confident to pull off a blue look. Okay, so coming over to this eye, let's go down the center first and working my way in. I want to try a different brush and see what happens. So I'm going to take that e.l.f. brush that I used for that first blue. Now that I have that shimmery blue on, I want to go back in and kind of blend with that brown. I'm just taking my favorite brush again. I did add a little bit more to the brush, so I'm just adding a little bit more out here, and then I'm going to slowly work my way in. Now just taking that brush, nothing on it, and just blending those two together. A lot of blending going on here, folks. Now for eyeliner, I'm going to be taking that black. It's more of like an iridescent black. It has like a blue shimmer to it, so it's kind of like a blue black iridescent. So I'm going to be taking that shade and using that to smudge, like do a smudge liner look basically, and see how it goes and see how it looks. If I need to add liner, then I will, but I just kind of want to use this as my liner. So definitely a lot of fallout with that one, but I was packing it on heavy. So I'll clean that up, not a biggie. So when I clean this up, it'll get that like sharp eyeliner effect. So if you're like, oh, that looks a hot mess, don't be afraid. I'm gonna work on my other eye and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm looking a little emo here, but I have a wipe here and I'm gonna clean it up, and I wanted to show you guys so you can believe me when I say just trust. Okay, so my eyes are not complete, but I want to put my face on and then finish my eyes. So I'm just gonna do my face like I always do, using my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and then I don't have the Cookies and Dream primer, but I have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, so I'm just going to be using that, applying my concealer like I normally do, and then I'll be back to finish my eyes with you guys. Okay, so I went ahead and applied the rest of my face. However, my kids woke up while I was in the middle of it, so it's been a while since I was last filming, so I don't even know exactly like what's going on with my face. But anyways, back to my eyes. I'm gonna apply some mascara, and I'm gonna be using this CoverGirl Lash Blast in the shade, I believe, Black is Black. Very Black, in the shade Very Black. For lashes, I'm going to be using the Glamnetic lashes in the style Luxe, and then I'm going to be using their magnetic liner, but I'm just going to apply this where the lashes would adhere to, so I'm not going to be creating a wing with this liner pretty much. I'm just going to be applying it right where like the lashes go. So I have the lashes on. Now for my lower lash line, I think I'm going to go in and take that like electric blue there that also is kind of a shimmer, kind of iridescent. And I'm going to apply that to my lower lash line. Now I'm just debating if I need to like maybe go in with that like baby blue first. I think I am. I'm going to go in with that baby blue first, and then I'm going to take that electric blue shade and use that along my lower lash line. Okay, I don't know if it's this particular brush. I think it may be this brush, but it's like not picking up anything. So let's go in with a different brush. It seems to be applying better with this brush. So I just ended up dusting off that setting powder that was left over on my face because I'm trying to get a feel for this. Like, it's applying okay with some brushes and then not so much with my other brush. I mean, that's the brush's fault, but my hands are a mess right now with all this stuff. So my plan for my lower lash line is to drag this like electric blue shade out and have like a double liner effect kind of going on. But first, what I want to do is take this pen here. Let me rub it on the back of my hand and get some of that other shade off. And try to apply this, but without... No, that's not going to work. I'm going to take it maybe on the brush. Okay, you guys kind of see where I'm going with that? Cute. And then I was going to take that blue and go under. So I guess like a triple liner effect type thing. Okay, so with that little bit of white that's left over on this brush here, I'm going to dip it into that electric blue again. And I kind of want to just go straight out. I feel like I need to tug at my skin. Okay, I wanted to go straight out, but I think I'm just going to go along with the rest of the wings. Hi, what are we thinking? It's different. All right, let me go do my other eye. Okay, so I went ahead, applied my lips, finished the eyes. This is what it ended up looking like. I just ended up slightly dragging this out so if it looks a little different. But one last thing I want to do is apply that No Budge shadow liner. It kind of feels like a liner to me, so I'm gonna apply it to my lower waterline to brighten up my eye and see how it looks. I will say this, it is very like creamy, so like you can see I got it in my lashes up here and it's like really white. Let me get it right there too. Okay, but it is really creamy, which is kind of like a catch-22. Like if you get it on your lashes, it's like tricky to get out, but it does really brighten, so that's good. But my eyes are starting to water right now, so let me take a minute, look up, get them to stop watering. All right guys, here's the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching today's video. I absolutely love this palette. As far as like pigment, consistency, it goes on really, really well. Like the shades, the formula. Is this gonna be my everyday palette? Probably not. Maybe for like the other neutral shades, but like the blues, I do like that electric blue. That one I can wear, but like that light baby blue and that shimmery one, I don't know. Maybe not every day. But overall, I did really like it. And these pens, I don't know if they have like these in other lines. I've never really paid attention. They probably do, but this was amazing. I feel like you can use this for so much, like eyeliner, like I said, kind of like cut crease, applying this under your shadow, and you can use it alone. Like when I was reading up on it, you can just use it by itself or under shadow. So this I really ended up liking. This was only $5, guys, $5. But, and it came with that sharpener that I'm so obsessed with. But yeah, overall, I love this look. I think this is like my new go-to when I want to add like a little more flair to my makeup looks, that triple liner. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Give this video a like. This one took forever. It's like past 4 o'clock. So this one took forever because mom life. But leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And as always, I will see you all on my next video. Bye, everyone.